Hello student, welcome to 13th lecture of Elective Econ 354. Course title is Agribusiness Management. I am Professor Pallavi Devkate. Okay, in previous lecture we have studied about organization, in which we study the legal structure of organization. In that particular legal structure, we are studied in detail about two major legal structures, that is sole proprietorship and second one is partnership. In third part of organization, we will study about next legal structures of organization, in which first one, that is joint stock company, then next one, that is state or public enterprise, and one more, that is corporation. Okay, so already these are the legal structures of organization were enlisted in previous lecture. So these legal structures of organization, which include sole proprietorship, partnership, corporation, joint stock company, and public or state enterprise. Okay, in today's lecture we are going to study in detail about joint stock company. Okay, so first of all we see the meaning of joint stock company. Okay, so this joint stock company, it is an association of individuals as shareholders who are authorized by government to run a particular business. Okay, so this joint stock company, basically it is a association of individual as a shareholder. That means they contribute some sort of shares in that particular association and that are authorized by government, and they run particular type of business is known as joint stock company. Okay, this joint stock company organization is become more popular type of organization. Okay, nowadays this joint stock company is more popular in the business organization. Okay, this joint stock company is also known as corporate form of business, or it is also called as corporation. Okay, so this joint stock company is an association of individual as a shareholder and who are authorized by the government to run a particular business is known as joint stock company. This joint stock company mainly concerned with large scale commercial and industrial enterprise. Okay, so the joint stock company are mainly related with large scale production, that is commercial as well as industrial enterprise, are generally learned under this joint stock company. Okay, so this is the meaning of joint stock company. After meaning of joint stock company, next point, that is features of joint stock company. So there are some features of joint stock company. We see one by one different features of joint stock. So first and major feature of this joint stock company is the capital of a firm is contributed by large number of shareholders. So this large number of shareholder is one of the major features of joint stock company. Okay, that means this capital of a firm is contributed by large number of shareholders who are the real owner of business. Okay, so these all the shareholders are the real holders of business enterprise. Okay, this is the first feature of joint stock company. After that, second feature, that is the liability of shareholder is limited. Okay, in case of sole proprietorship as well as partnership, there is unlimited liability, but in case of joint stock company, the liability is limited. That means the liability of shareholder is limited up to the value of shares held by him. That means whatever the amount of share held by that particular shareholder, the liability is only limited up to that particular share. Okay. After that, next third features, that is board of director. That means the policy making job of a firm is entrusted to board of directors. That means these board of directors are elected from among the shareholders. That means whatever the members of that particular board of directors are elected by the shareholders. Okay. Next feature is the paid manager who work under the direct supervision of managing director. These paid managers are carry out all the actual management of a company. Okay, this is another feature of this joint stock company. After that, next feature, that is joint stock company has a separate and direct legal form. Okay, this joint stock company has separate and distinct legal form, those of a shareholders. Okay, these are the different features of joint stock company. Okay, after features of joint stock company, next point, that is formation of joint stock company. Okay, so in formation of joint stock company, these are the two documents which are needed to submit to register of joint stock company. These two documents are memorandum of association, that is MOA, and article of association, that is AOA. Okay, so first document, that is MOA, that is memorandum of association. It is a draft which include name, location, head office of a company. Also, it explains aims and objectives of company, then share capital, kind and value of shares, and also declaration that company has limited liabilities. All these parts are included in first document, that is memorandum of association. Okay, after that, second document, that is article of association, that is AOA. This article of association includes rules and regulation of company. Whatever the rules and regulation of a company, that all rules and regulation are included under article of association. Okay, so these are the two major documents which are required for formation of joint stock company. Okay, after formation of joint stock company, next point, that is types of joint stock company. Okay, so there are two major types of joint stock company. In that first one, that is public limited company, and second one is private limited company. Okay, so first one, that is public limited company. Okay, so this public limited company, it has to submit certain statement and the annual balance sheet to the registrar of joint stock company every year. That means it is compulsory to public limited company to submit certain statement and annual balance sheet of that particular company to the registrar of joint stock company every year. Okay, then next feature of this public limited company, it can invite public to buy shares through issue of prospectus. Okay, so this public limited company can also invite the public to buy the shares. Okay, then next feature of public limited company is the minimum 7 and maximum no limit of shareholders. Okay, that means number of shareholders in case of public limited company, minimum it requires 7 number of member, and maximum there is no any upper limit for maximum shareholders in case of public limited company. Okay, then another characteristic, that is minimum share has to be subscribed. Okay, these are the some features of public limited company. After public limited company, next one, that is private limited company. So this private limited company, they are free from submitting certain documents to the registrar of joint stock company. Okay, that means there is no need to submit any kind of documents to registrar. Okay, then next one, that is restriction to issue of prospectus. In case of public limited company, the issue of prospectus is compulsory. So in case of private limited company, there is restriction to issue the prospectus. Next one, in case of number of shareholders, the maximum number of shareholders is limited only up to 50. Okay, that means this private limited company having maximum shareholders up to 50 members only. Okay, these are the different types of joint stock company. Okay, after types of joint stock company, next point, that is advantages of joint stock company. So in advantages of joint stock company, first one, that is economic of large scale operation. It is one of the major advantages of joint stock company. That means in case of joint stock company, the entrepreneur can produce production on large scale. Okay, next one, that is limited liability. Limited liability, that means whatever the amount of shares that particular shareholders, the liability is limited up to the amount of shares only. Okay, next one, that is shares transferable. In case of joint stock company, these shares can be transferable from one person to another person. Next one, that is economical administration. That means whatever the administration run by that particular joint stock company, it is economical. Next one, democratic. That means whatever the board of directors of a company, that board of directors are elected by the shareholders according to democratic principle. Okay, after that, next one, that is permanent existence. Okay, so this joint stock company is of permanent nature, as like partnership as well as sole proprietorship. It is not easy to end this joint stock company, so it is permanent in nature. Next one, thrift encourage. That means this joint stock company can encourage the saving of shareholders. Okay, then next one, that is legal control. So this joint stock company have some sort of legal control on working as well as management. And last one, that is risk spread out. So whatever the risk arise in the business, that risk is spread out on the number of shareholders according to their shares. Okay, so these are the some advantages of joint stock company. Okay, after advantages of joint stock company, next point, there is disadvantages of joint stock company. Okay, so there are some disadvantages. In that, first one is shareholders are indifferent. Okay, so in case of joint stock company, there are large number of shareholders, so these shareholders are indifferent from each other. Next one, that is democratic, is only on theory. That means there is no actual working of democracy, it is only on theoretical. Next one, fraud and exploitation. Okay, there may be some sort of fraud as well as exploitation of particular shareholders. Next one, that is lacking adaptability, touch from the owners. Whatever the adaptability, this adaptability is lacking in case of joint stock company. And last one, it is a rash enterprise. These are the some disadvantages of joint stock company. After joint stock company, next one, that is public or state enterprise. Okay, so this public and state enterprise, it is the government or local body like municipal corporation or Jilla Parishad runs a business. Okay, this is the local body as well as government body as like municipal corporation or Jilla Parishad that runs some sort of business that we call as a public or state enterprise. For example, public utility services like gas, electricity, water supply, bus service, etc. are included under public or state enterprise. Okay, the organization is done on same line as of private enterprise. Okay, this organization of this public or state enterprise is same as that particular private enterprise. For example, work manager, general manager, accountants, treasurers, then departmental head, etc. So organization is similar as like of private enterprise. Then work same manner of joint stock company. Whatever the working of that particular public or state enterprise, it is same as like of joint stock company. Next one, advantages of public or state enterprise. So first and major advantages of public and state enterprise, that is profit for public welfare. So whatever the profit earned by that particular public enterprise, the main aim is to welfare of the public. That means whatever the profit earned, that profit can be used for public welfare. Second one, that is pure supply of material. Whatever the supply of goods as well as material, that supply is pure. Then ample funds. So it is a public or state enterprise. So it has large amount of fund. Then next one, that is best talent. Okay, so best talents are used to run that particular state or public enterprise. Next one, consumers interest, and last one, that is popular control. As it is run by the public or state enterprise, it has popular control over the business. Okay, these are the some advantages of public or state enterprise. After advantages of public or state enterprise, next one, that is disadvantages of public or state enterprise. So there are major 4 disadvantages in that. First one, that is evils of bureaucracy. Okay, then next one, that is no incentive or motivation or encouragement to the workers. Next one, expensiveness and inefficiency in working as well as production. And last one, slow economic growth. These are the 4 disadvantages of public or state enterprise. Okay, so this is all about today's lecture, in which we study about joint stock company, meaning, features, then different types of joint stock company, formation of joint stock company, and advantages and disadvantages of joint stock company. Also in same topic, we studied about state or public enterprise, in which we study the meaning, definition of public enterprise, and advantages and disadvantages of public enterprise. The question may be asked on this topic, like explain the joint stock company along with advantages and disadvantages, or also explain or write short note on state or public enterprise. Okay, so this is all about today's lecture, that is organization part 3rd. Okay, thank you all.